Hey everyone, it is ABJ here. I know the camera angle's a little bit weird, but I have to do some cleaning and stuff on my desk. But just wanted to make this really quick video because I think that we've been talking about being on the right side of the V so much, and sometimes maybe you guys don't actually understand what it is that I'm saying. And so with this video, right, I just wanted to share personally how I trade that structure, what I'm looking for, right? I want to preface it by saying, though, that first of all, shout out to Lance Bretstein, one of my favorite traders online. The idea came from him to, focus so much on this and put this in as one of my A+ setups. And prefacing it by also saying that everyone kind of looks for something a little bit different. The main idea, though, for trading what we call, again, being on the right side of the V, is managing your risks, managing your expectations, and having your stops and your targets in place. So with that being said, I'm going to minimize my camera there. There's a few things that I do in order to prepare myself for being on the right side of the V. So number one, I look at this in terms of, are we bullish or bearish for the day, right? Because a V can go up, it can pivot upwards, it can also pivot downwards. So there's two kinds, right? The upward momentum V and then the downside momentum V. And so are we bullish or bearish for the day? That's going to determine whether we're going to go long or short, right? So again, this will help you decide whether it's an upside V or a downside V that you're looking for. So you wait for the turn. That's how I'm using it. So I'm just sharing these rules first. Wait for the turn and use 2 ticks below the low or the high as your stop. Trail it above the VWAP. So I use the VWAP a lot in this trade scenario. And then I use gamma and delta. And so I am, of course, using quant data to determine a lot of this. So this was today. Just took a snipping tool. So this is UPRO. This is the leverage share of SPX. I really like to trade this stock. So here's 3 trades, and I'm going to show you exactly where it is that we took these trades. I marked 3 with a star. Reason being is I actually didn't take this trade. I've already left for the day. But these were live trades that we took on stream. So first of all, being on the right side of the V, are we bullish or bearish for the day? So I can show you with quant data. I was admittedly bullish on the day. The sentiment for today, and then not only that, looking through out to May 2nd, which is Friday. You can look right here at the open. This is delta, and then I have gamma up here as well on the right side. Where are we opening around? We're opening around long deltas, right? We have some long deltas above us. We have gamma very exposed to the upside, 55.50, 55.70. This is SPX, right? So what does that tell me? I should be looking for longs. So any opportunity that we break for a downside move, it might be a really good idea to go long. So the net drift hasn't developed by then at this much, right? This net drift is showing the entire day. The market's still open right now. But without net drift, just using this alone, I knew that today there's a likelihood of us being bullish for the day. So what do? Wait for the first hour of the day, right? That's your, what is it called? The initial balance. Not only that, it's London's power hour. So right here, this is 7:30. Right, so we came down, we went up, right? We skip all this noise. 7:30 is our first trade. Now, where do we enter this? So we want to be on the right side of it. Now what that means is we want to use this V shape, or the potential of the V shape, to be able to manage our stops accordingly. So I use the VWAP a lot. So below VWAP, I'm not interested. Above the VWAP, we should be looking for long. But below the VWAP, we're starting to already look for entries, or even a touch of VWAP. So this is also an entry right here. So this is the trade. We took the trade. Ooh, thought I was a dragon. So we took the trade right here. I remember it was around 60-ish. So right here is when we took it. So it was actually like right here. And we set our stop here. Y here. That's the low of the day, not including the first candle that comes up. This is on the minute chart, by the way. And so yes, we took it down. And then above the VWAP, this is how I would trigger it. When we get above the VWAP, we finally start to trail that stop. So this is where you trail it. And eventually, you'll be able to come up all the way through. So that was a winner. That was a great trade for us in quant data. And then this one right here, when we touched it, I know we didn't fully get the perfect entry, but we took it right around here. So this was around the pivot. And then you set your stop right below the VWAP. I like to do 2 ticks. So what does that mean? For UPRO, it's 2 cents. For futures, it's 2 ticks is 25 cents, so 50 cents. And then for whatever else you want to trade, I call it 2 ticks. But for UPRO, again, one of my favorite leverage shares to trade, it's 2 pennies. And so yeah, that's kind of how you do it. It's really that simple. You're really just using it to manage your risk, right? So I knew, again, every dip below VWAP or every close touch to VWAP, in this case we did touch it, it was a trade that I would be interested in, right, on this pivot. So trade number 3, if we were to take it, where would you have taken it? You would have taken it right here, right? On this first candle into the green. That's your first pivot. So we'd set that. As soon as you hit above the VWAP, you're starting to trail the stop. You would have set your stop here. Right? In this case, because we took it early, could have been stopped out many times, but as soon as we broke out again. For this one, you also have to use a little bit of your intuition, a little bit of data. I knew that around 7:30, so I'll zoom it into quant data 7:30. We were still inherently bullish, right? We came down a little bit, had a little bit of a pothole. This didn't worry me though. Why didn't at 7:30 this pothole worry me? It's because, and the data was still incredibly bullish, right? So I had a strong feeling that this would contract, and what do you know, like 20 minutes after, it really did just blow it out the water. So 20 minutes there. See, that pothole just disappeared. This one's lagging a little bit. Yeah. So that's how you trade it. And so you can do it both ways, right? If gamma and delta are showing one way for the downside, then you're bearish for the day, right? So I was, again, bullish for the day, and that told me that I should be looking at long opportunities only. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Very short video, right? It's nothing too crazy. It's not too advanced. But just a simple trade idea like this can really help you get those base hits, grow your portfolio, and yeah, stay involved in the market, right? That's it. So yeah, ABJ out.